What is up, everybody? We are live here tonight for a special Q&A. I've got a guest here tonight. I had a guest last week. I had AJ from AJ Reacts on. And, I want to kind of do more guests on this show. I want to start doing more weekly guest streams just to bring them in here, talk about physical media, talk about movies, talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about. Here today, I got a guy that has, I promoted the show as the world's biggest collection. And I would say if he doesn't have the world's biggest collection, it's definitely close. I got Tony from Basement Blues here tonight. How are you doing, Tony?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, man. Just coming off that Blu-ray hunt I did today, out in the stores hunting for physical media. What have you been up to?
Just working and watching movies.
Pretty much. That's what it's all about, man. That is what it's all about. So I figured, do you like it like this? Do you like the vertical? Do you want to go horizontal? You want to go widescreen or full screen? Widescreen or full screen?
Either way.
I don't have any of the impressive backdrops or anything, but yeah, we can do this for a little bit and then I maybe mix it up a little bit later. But yeah, we're just going to have a Q&A. You guys can ask us anything. Like I said, anything physical media related. We're both big collectors, have all kinds of physical media. If you want us to grab something off the shelf, or at least I'll grab something. I don't want to make you walk away if you don't want to. Or anything physical media related, movie related, leave it in the chat below and we will do our best to answer it. So yeah, do you have anything that you want to promote before we get started? Because I know you dropped some videos earlier today.
Yeah, just I've always got new videos coming out each week. I try to do at least 3 a week. They're very short, easy to watch, so just check them out.
Yep, you do a lot of unboxings, collection hauls,
steelbooks.
Yeah, just stuff like that. You're the king of the unboxing and the steelbooks. You got all those collectible steelbooks. You had the Zavi exclusives. The Leprechaun, you got that set. That's the one I wanted today.
Yeah, no, I saw you looking for it. I actually got it a couple of years ago when it first came out.
Yeah, I ended up just grabbing this one from Walmart because it's like and you got that one too with the slipcover. I told you he has got everything. You literally have everything in that collection behind you back there. Is there anything that you don't own that you can think of, like off the top of your head? Anything at all?
I don't have
one thing.
I don't have the Rad from Vinegar Syndrome.
Yeah, baby. I got something that Basement Blues doesn't own yet. The Rad Steelbook. I watched like 30 minutes of it last night and I got tired. But it was like pure 80s cheese right there.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Yeah, I've never seen it before at all. But let's say hi to some people here in the chat. We got 4K Corner here. He was first to the chat. What is up, 4K Corner? The commissioner of the weekly Blu-ray physical media battles. Are you familiar with those, Tony?
Yeah, I think a few of them.
Yeah, he's got to get you got to get on there, man, because I think that you would be like Brock Lesnar when he entered the WWE. You would just rip through everybody with your impressive physical media collection back there, and you would go undefeated for like 6 months probably. Rockin' Rogers said, "Let's rock, let's do it." Rev 4K says, "Your best friend has arrived, Ken. How have you been doing this Tuesday?" I've been doing pretty good, Rev. I've been doing pretty good. Me and Rev got a battle coming up, not this Thursday, but next. So there's going to be a lot of trash talking leading into that. Nitram Jerva, I think that's the new person in the chat. They said, hey. Biffer the Hobbit said, "First time, long time." Awesome, man. I appreciate it. I'm assuming that you mean that you've been watching the channel for a long time. This is your first time entering a live Q&A or live stream on my channel, but I appreciate it. Triboro Gigolo is here. He says, "What's up, Ken?" What's up, Triboro? How you doing tonight? 4K Corner said, "Cool to see a fresh new face." See, he's already licking his lips over there thinking about getting you in the battles, seeing that impressive collection behind you. Triboro Gigolo said, "What's up, 4K?" Let's see. Everybody's saying hey to each other. Fanatic 101 said, "So what are the odds of that Scream 4K actually coming out next year?" Have you heard about the rumors of the Scream 4K?
Yes, I'm hoping it comes out.
What are the odds that you would think? I'd say it's pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty decent odds. It aligns with the release of the 5th one.
Yeah.
But I don't know. we'll see. I mean, it would have been the 25th anniversary of the first one this year, but I think the second one came out in '97, so it could be the 25th anniversary for the sequel. I'd say it's pretty good though. Rev 4K said, Tony, do you prefer steals or slips? That's the age-old physical media question right
Yeah,
there.
I like a good slip cover. They're, cheap. I do actually have a segment on my channel where I do slip cover Saturdays, showing
Yes.
all the different kind of slip covers in the collection. I like a good slip.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat as you. Or then if you have the Rad Steelbook, you get both because you have this slipcover. I mean, I
Yeah,
like the slipcover a lot because it has like a back to it. I don't know.
yeah, it's nice.
I like that. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm kind of with the slipcovers right now, even though I have been buying an abnormally large amount of steelbooks lately. Cartoon Fortress is here. Hello, gentlemen. Were you able to take part in any of the recent sales? Criterion Flash sale, Final Warner Archive sale, Kino March Madness. I know you did the Criterion sale because you did a video, but have you done the
Yeah,
Warner Archive or Kino?
yeah. I spent a lot of money on both of those, and I can't wait to get them in. But
I
I did.
wanted
I
to
purchased.
a large amount, didn't you? Did you get a lot of the Warner Archives?
Yes, I think this is their final 4 for 44 sale that they're going to be doing. So I spent a
Is it?
little over $500 on the Warner
Whew.
Archive sale.
Yeah, because I mean, are they? I know somebody mentioned that the other day. Are they gone now? Are they shutting down? Are they
I think
closing
they're
up
just not going
shop?
to be doing. They're just not going to be doing that sale.
Oh, okay, okay. Because somebody asked the other night if they were, uh, if I was buying up some of their stuff because they were going out of print because they're not going to be doing any more new physical media releases. But I hadn't heard that officially yet. I
Yeah,
kind of heard some rumors, but I didn't think they were going down yet. Yeah, I kind of wanted to buy some of the Kino Lorber titles in the March Madness. Is that going on all month of March?
I'm not sure. I went ahead and bought all mine that I wanted over
Yeah.
the weekend. So that'll be two new videos. I'll be doing a unboxing of the Warner sale and the Kino sale coming up whenever I get them.
Yeah, because what the hell did I want? There was one that I wanted that SOS Titanic, and then there was a couple of other ones I was looking to get, but I had my cart filled out. But I think you have to order like $50 worth to get the free shipping on there, and I could
Yeah,
only find I think I had like 3, and it was like 30 something. But Basement Blues have pretty every edition of each movies. That's what Nintram Jerva says. You do. You buy the multiple editions. You don't just buy the one movie. You go for broke and you get every edition in the arsenal there.
yeah. If I can.
Yeah. Patrick Coran is here. He says hello. Hello, Patrick. How are you doing tonight? Hey there, horror fans. It's your buddy Phil here. You got Phil's from Phil's Creepy Videos here. Definitely check him out. Yeah, he's saying you got an awesome collection behind you. I'm assuming he's talking
Thank
about
you.
you because
Yeah.
they all know what my collection looks like. It's the same every damn week. It rarely changes. We spoke earlier, the Repo Man pickup. Oh, awesome. Awesome, man. Yeah, he got the I think you got that at Walmart. He was saying that his Walmart was selling some Criterion releases, and he got Repo Man there. So that was pretty cool. Tiana is here. She says, hey, Tiana, how are you doing tonight? Patrick Coran is here. Do you know if Psycho Goreman it's on DVD? I don't know if I'm sure it would be. Probably at Walmart. Walmart usually sells the DVD versions of the RLJE titles. That's usually
Yeah.
all they'll have.
We can't even find the Blu-ray of it.
Yeah, I couldn't even find the Blu-ray when I went out today. Best Buy didn't even have it. Bill Tyrell said, "What's up, gentlemen? What's up, Bill Tyrell? I love your image right there of Chris Farley from as Matt Foley. Do you remember watching that? Did you watch Saturday Night
Yes.
Live back in the day?
Yeah, I did.
That's the kind of stuff I grew up on. I am Matt Foley, and I am a motivational speaker. Yeah, I love that. Rev 4K, my biggest problem with slips are that they always the same art as the actual case itself. They need different art on the slip and inside cover, in my opinion. I mean, sometimes you'll get that.
Yeah. I like a good lenticular slip, something a little bit different.
Yeah.
But I do buy steel books also, so best of both
Yeah.
worlds.
You buy them both and just get it out of the way. Yeah, it's every now and then I mean, Scream Factory is like the best example because they usually always have the alternate cover art inside, so you can always flip them to be different. So, do you usually do that with your Scream Factories? Will you flip the artwork and then put it in the slipcover?
Yeah, I like to flip the artwork also.
So it's different when you take it out.
Oh yes.
Yeah. But for the Hobbit, I'm just going to call you the Hobbit. I'm running out of Blu-ray shelf space. Should I boot my kids out of the house?
Definitely.
No, man. Yeah. Boot your kids out. The Blu-rays are more important for sure.
Prioritize.
Yeah, you gotta, your priorities, man. Patrick Coran is here. Do you know if Psycho Gorman is on DVD? Didn't I already answer that?
Yeah.
I think, did he ask it again, or was that a mistake? Yeah, I'm sure it is. Cartoon Fortress said the WB shop is closing the site. Warner Archive will still be producing new titles. Okay, so they're closing the site, but they're still going to be doing new titles. I mean, you can only buy them on Amazon? Maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as they're still available, I'm good with that.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's cool, I guess. What's up, guys? Says 4K Media Guy. What is up, man? Thank you for joining. And I want to ask, because I forgot to do this because I'm terrible at YouTube, but everybody like this video. I would appreciate it if you like the video. We got about 16 people in here now. If every single person gives me a like, I would definitely appreciate that. We got Basement Blues in here tonight. He has the world's largest collection. If you don't like my collection, you got to at least like his collection. And those cool Avengers posters behind him there too. 4K Corner says, so true, Rev 4K. I say that a lot in my videos about the slips. Yeah, I mean, 4Ks are probably the biggest offenders of that. They're almost never different when you take those out of the slips.
Yeah. Hey, so a comment about the 4Ks with the slips. So what have you been thinking about some of this artwork that they've been revealing for some of these new 4K releases?
You talking about the Indiana Jones one?
Well, Indiana Jones looks good, but there's some of them that I've been seeing lately that don't look so good.
Which ones you thinking of?
I don't know. There's been so many of them I can't remember, but I just remember how bland some of them are.
Yeah, there's a few of them that I look at when they show up, and it's definitely not the best. I feel like they could do better. But yeah, it is what it is. Sometimes you'll just get really cool artwork, and then sometimes you won't. I mean, it's usually with the standard releases, you just don't get the cool stuff like you do with like Arrow or Scream Factory. It's like usually they're the leaders of that as far as like artwork and stuff. Eddie S is here. He said, what's up, guys? What is up, Eddie S? So are you excited for the Indiana Jones 4K collection?
I am.
Yeah. It looks I'm excited to get it because I haven't seen those movies since I was in high school, and I've only seen them once. And it's not a series I grew up with, so I'm not like a huge Indiana Jones fan, but I'm looking to get those and watching them again for what will probably feel like the first time in 4K. Let's see. The Hobbit is acquiring more exciting than owning Blu-rays. Or hold on. Is acquiring more exciting than own Blu-rays. I'm thinking that he means like, is acquiring the Blu-rays more exciting than actually watching them? That's actually an interesting question. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, as big of a collection as I have, I do get a thrill out of purchasing and buying and acquiring the collection. I don't have as much time to watch everything, but they're both fun. I spend more time acquiring them than I do actually watching them. If that makes sense.
Unless it's a movie that I'm like just super excited to watch, I would say acquiring is sometimes more exciting than watching, because it is like there's nothing like just going into a store like a thrift store or a freaking FYE or a Walmart, a Target or Best Buy. It's just like and just seeing what you can find. It's just like the thrill of the hunt. I mean, looking online or whatever, however way you buy it, it's just it's fun to look at. I mean, not like the movies aren't fun, to
Right.
watch. I mean, sometimes they're not, but
Mhm.
yeah, it's I would say acquiring is sometimes maybe more than watching it is more exciting. So Natram Jerva said, no, I actually bought it from the local used store. Okay, so I don't think he got that Repo Man 4K, or not 4K, but Criterion at Walmart. Tiana Dobney says, what are you guys planning on watching tonight? That's an interesting question. What are you planning on watching tonight, Tony? Anything? You're probably going to be watching the back of them eyelids when you get
Right.
off here, aren't you?
I've already watched so I've been watching a movie a day since Christmas, I guess. So every day I've watched at least one movie when I get home from work. And I've already watched my movie for today. I watched Spring Breakers. It's an A24 release.
Oh,
Oh
did
my
you like
goodness.
it? It's
No,
awful, isn't it?
I'm trying to get through all my A24 collection, and
Yeah.
it was pretty painful. But it was
It's
only 90 minutes, so it was a short one. So
yeah. Can you do the impression of James Franco for me real quick?
no, I don't think I can.
So look at all my shit. Look at my shit.
That's
Oh
almost
god.
that's almost your going into Walmart voice.
Yeah, it's
Of course, it's a
I
little bit
watched
more.
that. I forget when I watched that. It's I think it was like a year ago. I think it was like
Yeah,
probably about a year and a half ago, but I was expecting it to be something completely different than what it was.
yeah,
And it's definitely an A24 film. I'll give
right.
it that. It's definitely an A24 film. But yeah, as far as what I'm watching tonight, it's gonna be probably Rad. I'm gonna try to finish up my Rad. I watched Batman v Superman yesterday. I think I finished it up yesterday on 4K because I hadn't seen it on 4K. I hadn't seen the movie since the theater
Yeah,
back in 2016, and I enjoyed it. I'm going to review it tomorrow on the channel, and it looks great in 4K too. Let's see. Patrick Coran says, "Did you get to watch Scare Me yet?" I have not. I have not watched Scare Me yet. You familiar with Scare Me? Did you buy that one?
I did. I bought it. I haven't watched it yet.
It's got the Stormfront from The Boys. I don't know if you watched that show or not.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed both seasons of The Boys.
I haven't finished the second season yet. I
Yeah,
still
you
got
got to
like
watch it.
3 episodes left. I need to get
Yeah.
on that. Let's see. Tony, which movie do you prefer, E.T. or Bride of Chucky? Come on, man.
E.T.'s my go-to. I actually saw
Bam.
E.T. in the theater when it was released.
Take that, Rev. Take that shit.
Bride of Chucky. I've never actually seen Bride of Chucky.
Oh, because it's so unimportant in the Child's Play franchise. That's why he didn't see it.
I own it, but I just haven't seen it yet.
Have you seen any of the Child's Plays?
I saw just the first one, and I saw the reboot last year or whatever.
Wow, that's an interesting perspective to have on the Child's Play universe. Then to have only seen the first one in the reboot.
Yep.
I would recommend Child's Play 2. I think it's one of the best slashers of all time, and it's really like where Chucky kind of comes into his own as a character, in my opinion. And I think Child's Play 3 is a lot of fun too. But you can stop there, and then they're not any good after that. Eddie S says, I saw Goodwill Hunting for the first time last night. Gave it a 4.5 out of 5. Eddie, it's not your fault, man. It's not your fault that you just saw it for the first time. I'll just say that. What's your thoughts on Goodwill Hunting?
It's good.
You've seen that?
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
Is it Robin Williams' best performance? Did he
No.
deserve the Oscar?
I don't know. I don't really remember. It's been so long since I've seen it, but it was overall it was a really good performance from everybody.
Yeah, I watched that I think last year. I think right at the beginning of the quarantine. I think I remember watching that. But yeah, it's still a great movie. It's I think directed by Gus Van Sant, written by Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. What is your favorite Robin Williams movie? Do you know it off the top of your head? Hook, Jack.
No.
Didn't
Mrs.
William
Doubtfire.
Friedkin direct Jack? Yeah, that's my favorite. You just named my favorite, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire. I actually got to see that. So I saw Mrs. Doubtfire in the theater when it was released, and I actually got to see it again last year in the theater when they re-released it.
Oh, that was in the theater?
It was in my area. It was.
I think I saw it in the theaters when I was a kid. and I
Yeah, it
watched
was
it with
good.
my kids 2 years ago, I think. But yeah, that movie holds up. Like
It
it's so
does.
freaking good. I
Yep.
love Pierce Brosnan in that movie. I think
Yeah.
he's fantastic. I mean, I love how he plays like the non-stereotypical like asshole stepdad character. Like he's not an asshole at all. He's a good dude. And
Yeah.
but you don't like him because Robin Williams doesn't like him. Uh, Patrick Coran says that was a mistake. 4K Corner says the white Indiana Jones looks horrible. Yeah, I don't think it looks horrible, but I think they could have done a little bit better with it. It'll probably look pretty good in person. I mean, we don't get a lot of white case releases like that, so it'll stand out on your shelves at least.
They actually had
But
a DVD steelbook of the Indiana Jones movies with the white case, kind of similar to
okay,
what this artwork is.
okay, so there's a past release then. Last Action Hero 4K slipcover looks horrible. Is that one of the ones you were talking about? As far as like ones that don't look great?
No, that's not one of them. Last Action Hero 4K slipcover looks a lot like
That's
the
pretty much just the poster from
yeah the
the.
retro VHS.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I have that one. I think somewhere. That was
I got it back there somewhere.
isn't those retro VHS slipcovers were I think among the first like slipcover variants I started getting into with Walmart and really starting to
Yes.
realize that they were coming out with some really cool shit. Those and the Monster Madness DVDs, you remember those? I think those came out like 2016, 2017.
Yeah, and I stay away from DVDs.
So you stay away from DVDs. I
Yeah.
think I don't think they had any Blu-rays of them. I think they were just let's see if I can have one. Yeah, I got a shiny one right here. They
Yeah,
were just
see,
so cool that I had to get them. Like even though they were DVD,
yeah,
I still bought them because I wasn't really buying DVDs at that point either.
yeah, they're very tempting to get the DVDs with the nice slips, but I really have to stay away from them because I just don't have the space.
Yeah,
The only time I
I can
buy a
see that.
DVD is when there's no Blu-ray release, and
Yeah,
I've got to have it.
you gotta have it. Yeah, because that happens sometimes. I think You Should Have Left, the movie with Kevin Bacon and Amanda
Mhm.
Seyfried that came out last year. I didn't like the movie at all, but I see it at like Target and Walmart, and it just has DVDs. Or I think that it doesn't have a Blu-ray yet. Have Cheetah Will View says, how many IFC films do you have? That's for you right there. How many IFC? Can you name it off the top of your head?
I cannot.
I don't know how many I have. Uh, let's say 20. What is the total amount of physical media from Basement Blues plus your collection, Ken? That's what Jeff Assassin asked. I mean, I've got probably like, I don't know, 7. I probably got close to 1,000 Blu-rays and 4Ks, I guess by now, because I've almost filled up my other shelf. And then DVDs, I probably got like 300. So what would you say the total would be? Probably like 12,000 with
For
my
me,
1,000 plus your 11,000.
I've got 6,800 Blu-rays
Okay.
in my collection.
You track them all? Do you have like a database to track them all? I need to do
I
that.
do.
I need you
Yeah.
to send me the link to what you use,
What I do is
so I can start using it.
I track it on Blu-ray.com.
So they have
And
something on there? I didn't even know.
yes, oh
Yeah.
yes, and DVD Profiler. I purchased it a long time ago, and it's a database that I can keep track of. That way, whenever I go into a store to purchase items, I've got it right there on my phone, and I
Yeah.
can just pick it up because you don't know how many times I've repurchased the same item over and over again because I didn't know I already had it.
I only have that problem with Dollar Tree. I can't remember what I
Yeah.
bought every time I go in there.
I know you always say that too when you're there.
I do, but really, to be honest, like I went through all the Dollar Tree pickups, and I've only picked up the same one time, and I
Hmm.
thought it would have been more than that, but it's only been once. And but I went again today because I'm going to be doing another Dollar Tree trip that's going to come out on Saturday, and yeah, I'm pretty sure I bought the same one again. I don't know. It's hit or miss there. You can't tell a difference. Have Cheetah Will View says it's about the hunt. It is about the hunt. It is about the hunt. 4K Corner says Basement Blues, when is enough enough, or is there no such thing? Collect them all. Yeah, what is your thoughts on that? That's a pretty big question too that comes with collectors.
Yeah, so I've been collecting a very, very long time, and there's periods during those years where I didn't collect as much, but I was still collecting. So sometimes it does get overwhelming where you've spent too much money or whatever, and you kind of slow it down. But for the past 2 years, I just haven't slowed down. I just keep buying.
You just keep on. I mean, that's my thoughts on it. It's like it makes you happy. Then why not? There's people that will like spend crap tons of money like upgrading their car or something.
You're right.
It's like or building a car, and it's like the same thing. It's probably cheaper actually to buy Blu-rays than that.
At least
But
that's what you tell yourself. You have to
yeah, it's
justify why you spend so much money.
yeah, and then it's like they just sit back there and you haven't watched half of them. But I don't know. I just like doing it, and it's I don't know when enough's enough. I guess like when my entire room's just surrounded and they're falling over on me. But I did get rid of 19 the other day, so I
I
sold
saw that. Yeah,
19 Blu-rays. What's your thoughts on that? Do you get rid of
I do.
movies that don't have a purpose?
I get rid of duplicates. Um, and I buy a lot of stuff off of eBay for a good slipcover, and then I'll
Yep.
just sell the Blu-ray back. But it's hard for me to get rid of stuff, as you can tell.
Yeah. Well, there's a difference, I think, between like doing what you do and you buy like all the slipcover variants and different steel books and collector's editions and stuff like that, and just having a Blu-ray of something that you already own, just like two of the same Blu-ray. Like I had Beetlejuice on Blu-ray. There's nothing special about it. It was just a Beetlejuice Blu-ray, and I got the 4K, so there's really just no reason for it to be there. There's nothing special about it.
Yeah, I do the same thing. Yeah, if I upgrade it to if I upgrade Blu-ray to a 4K and the 4K's got the same kind of slip, then I'll just sell the Blu-ray. And same way with the Disney stuff. I guess the most of my collection that is duplicates are the Disney Blu-rays in the back, because the older Disney Blu-rays have special features on it that they didn't provide on the newer releases. So I kind of have to hold on to the old ones and the new ones. So,
Yeah. You a big special features guy?
yes.
You watch all the special, like if you watch one of your releases, like you watch Spring Breakers today, did you watch any of the special features after you're done?
I do, yes. I always watch the special features. And if I don't like a movie, after I watch the special features, it gives me a better appreciation of the movie I just watched.
Mm-hmm.
Like
helps you understand the movie too.
Sometimes. It does, yeah. What the mindset was.
Yeah. Special features were big for me. Like when DVDs first came out, I remember when I was a kid, I used to watch them a lot, and then I kind of just got away from them for a while, and I didn't care. I just watched the movie and I was done. And then like only here in like the past 2 or 3 years have I really like gotten into like with collecting Criterions and arrows and stuff. Back into diving into those special features, because a lot of them are pretty basic and generic. They're just makings of or some deleted scenes here and there. Every now and then you'll get some really good stuff though. So what about audio commentaries? How do you handle that?
I do not. I don't ever listen to the audio commentary. It's just too distracting from the movie. But if I ever want to rewatch a movie, then I might be interested in listening to the audio commentary as it.
I'll listen to them like if I've heard like good things about it. Like it's really interesting, but most of the time, like I'll stay away from them. I've maybe only watched a movie with audio commentary like 3 or 4 times. It's because like if I do go back and rewatch a movie, it's because I want to watch the movie, and I'm not gonna have people talking in the background. Only like for movies that I like really love, and I've seen so many times I could just quote them. Cartoon Fortress says, I've been watching a lot of documentaries from Gravitas Ventures lately. Making Waves was the highlight for me. Great analysis of sound mixing, editing, scoring, and film. Highly recommend. Have you heard of Making Waves?
Only from I've heard from it because of David at Cartoon Fortress. He's got a YouTube channel, and I watch his videos. So
I'll have to subscribe to Cartoon Fortress then.
Yeah, definitely do.
So now I haven't heard of Making Waves. I need to watch more.
I'm not a big documentary. I'm not a big documentary person. But David sure is. He likes the documentaries.
I like some. But I don't always. It's always. Did you watch Free Solo?
I did not.
That to me was like one of the best documentaries that's come out ever. Probably the best documentary I've ever seen. That and the Mr. Rogers one. I think both came out in the same years. That was a really good one too.
Okay, yeah, I have to check those out.
Jason Edwards says, exactly. I go to a used Blu-ray store and find a steelbook or nice slipcover or a 4K find, and it's a natural high. Yep.
Yes.
Do you go to the used stores a lot?
I used to go all the time, but in my
I mean, I
area,
know it's
there's not
tougher to
very
get out
many of
now.
them. Yeah, there's not very many of them left around in my area, and the ones that are in my area have been so picked over and nothing new's been put out that it's really hard to find anything good.
Yeah, it's really cool when you go to a used place and they have the slipcover with it too.
Yes.
And
Yeah, we used to
it's
have like
cheap.
a place called Movie Stop that I used to buy from all the time.
Yeah.
CD Warehouse, Second and Charles, but they're pretty depleted right now.
Yep. So guys, if you can, I'm gonna make another call to like the video. We got 26 people in here right now, guys, watching this stream. If you haven't yet liked this video, I would appreciate it if you did right this second, right now, before I move on to the next question. Have Cheetah Will View says A24 is overrated, way overrated. I don't think they're overrated. They have a lot of great movies. How do you feel about A24 as a whole?
So I've been pretty surprised about how much I like some of the A24 stuff, just because they're very different than what you typically would see in a movie. But there's a lot of them I really like, and then there's some that are very overrated, as far as a few titles that I've come across. But
Yeah.
overall, I like them. I got a pretty big A24 collection. That's what I've been really focused on here lately, is building that collection up and watching those movies.
Those are usually the ones I'll buy right away because I like collecting the A24 slips.
Yeah.
Just having those slip covers. But yeah, I mean, I love a lot of A24 films: Hereditary, The Witch, Ex Machina, Florida Project, Moonlight. There's a lot of great films in A24. Ones that you might not even realize is A24.
Right.
Rob Forz Z says, "Have you picked up Promising Young Woman yet? In my opinion, best movie of 2020." You want to talk about overrated? No, I didn't. It was okay. It wasn't like the worst movie or anything, but I thought that people were acting like that was like this year's Parasite, and it was nowhere close to being as good as Parasite.
Goodness. I haven't even seen it yet.
And I'm really afraid that with that kind of buzz, and it just got nominated for Best Picture yesterday, that's going to win Best Picture, and it should not. It is glorified like genre film. That's like if you remember the movie Teeth. Did you ever see that movie? Teeth or like the Neon Demon. It feels like if those two movies got nominated for Best Picture, it's not a Best Picture caliber movie in my opinion. But have you seen it yet?
I have not.
Okay.
I haven't seen
that,
any.
That wasn't a glowing
I have not
recommendation.
seen any of the Best Picture nominated movies this year.
Oh, none of them.
None of them.
You need to see. What's Nomadland? Nomadland's great.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about a lot of the movies that are nominated. But usually, what I've in a typical day and age, I would go to the theater and watch all of these movies.
Yeah.
But I haven't even been to the movie theater in over a year now. But
that's what I was going to ask you. Like, you
that
get a
would
lot
be
of
my
physical
go-to.
media, but do you also like you used to go to the theater as much too? Like the same?
Yes. Every weekend I'd be at the theater watching a movie.
Yeah. It sucks. I mean, that's like I almost just forgot. I wouldn't even know what to do with myself if they all opened up again and we were just all back at the theater.
Well, they're open back up here in our area, but the movies that they've got playing aren't even, I don't care anything about them.
They're VOD movies at the theater pretty much. Yeah. Until we get like Godzilla versus King Kong. But then like, what's your thoughts on that? So if Godzilla versus King Kong is streaming at home or you can go to the theater, what are you going to do?
I want to see it at the theater.
You going to go to the theater?
Yeah, I'm hoping to.
It's just, I don't know. It's so convenient. If it's like right there for me at home, I want to think that I'll go to the theater, but I don't know if I can do it. Cause it's like, I don't know. I got kids and stuff and it's a lot easier to just stay home sometimes. Bill Tyrell says, I think RV was Robin Williams' best performance because think about it. Nobody would have watched that if it wasn't for Robin Williams. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Tiana W says, what's your favorite Disney animation movie? That's a good question. What is your
Hmm.
favorite Disney animated movie?
Um, I got a lot of favorites. I like The Rescuers. I grew up watching The Rescuers and The Rescuers Down Under,
Yep.
and so those I have fond memories of.
Yeah, I think I watched The Rescuers Down Under before the first Rescuers, actually, because I remember when that came out, that was a big. Wasn't that some kind of big leap forward in like animation? Didn't they use some kind of new technology? I remember
Yes, I believe so. Yes, and it's
because I remember them
almost
showing that Australian outback, and it was like
right.
the
Oh,
way it was shot and stuff looked really
yeah,
good.
it was beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah, Rescuers. Those are underrated movies. Mine's a basic one, Aladdin. That's my favorite.
Aladdin. Did you enjoy
Um,
the live action Aladdin?
I did enjoy it. I liked it a lot,
Yeah, it
actually.
wasn't
I
bad.
thought it was fun. I would say
Yeah.
that of the two that came out, Lion King and Aladdin,
Hmm.
everybody was thinking that Aladdin was going to be a complete piece of crap, and everybody was like,
Yeah,
Lion King's going to be one of the best of the year. And it
right.
was reversed, really, in my eyes, when it came out, because Lion King was like soulless, and you just
Yeah,
felt nothing from that original story. I mean, and it's hard to do like when you're doing all like freaking. It's like it felt like you're watching like National Geographic or something, and they were talking and they were saying all the same things of the cartoon characters, but you
yeah,
weren't getting any of that emotion because animals can't emote like that.
yeah.
So I don't know. It was just a very jarring theatrical experience. Jared Runner says, "Why hello there? Hello there, Jared. How are you doing tonight?" Patrick Coran says, "Did you ever watch Wrong Turn 4 Bloody Beginnings?" I haven't seen any of them beyond the first one and the new one.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of them.
Then I would just watch the new one that just came out and just forget about all the old ones because
Really?
that one's actually a good movie. And I think that the first one's an okay for what it is, but none of them are good movies in my opinion. Have Cheetah Will View says really liked What Dreams May Come. I haven't seen that one. Tom Cruise says Last Action Hero is only coming in a steelbook for 4K, no slipcover or standard release at the moment. Hey Tony. Tom Cruise is here and he says, "Hey Tony."
Yes. Yeah, yeah. Tom Cruise is a good friend of
I
mine.
I don't know what I'm doing on this channel that's right, but I'm doing something right because I got
Yeah.
freaking Tom Cruise in my
Yeah.
chat right now. Is it? It's not coming with a slip. I thought it was coming with a
If,
slip.
if Tom Cruise says it's not, I believe what Tom Cruise says.
Good point. Wagga the Butcher said, "Sup, Ken? What's up, Wagga? How you doing tonight?" Have Cheetah Will View says Letterbox is okay for a database, but they bog down if your lists are too big and they don't accept TV shows. I mean, in some cases that's true, but I think they do like what they would consider to be limited series because I could review WandaVision on there and a couple of Netflix series that I guess unless they come back with a season 2, they'll let you review it on there. I don't know. It's weird, but they should do some kind of TV series thing on there.
So do you log all your movies on Letterboxd?
I've been really trying to keep up with it this year. So far, I'm successful. I've got
Yeah.
a couple of ones that I got to put on there that I watched recently, but I've been keeping up with it pretty good for
Yeah.
2021 so far.
Yeah, me too.
Um,
Me too. Do you have a paid subscription or do you just use the free subscription?
I'm just using the free one.
Yeah, me
Yeah, I'm just
too.
using the free one. It's I don't know what's I was looking at the perks, like what are the perks again? But when I was looking at them, they didn't feel like they were that worth it to me, other
Yeah.
than I don't have annoying ads pop up,
That's the
which only
worst.
started coming up when they offered the subscription or whatever.
Yeah, they've
I
been
didn't
really
remember it
bad.
being like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, Letterbox is cool. I like Letterbox. I used to use Letterbox a lot just for like lists
Hmm.
because I would do a lot of lists on Instagram, like top 10 lists, and I would just make my top 10 on there and snapshot it, put it on Instagram. So that was a cool tool to have to do that. So
Yeah,
um,
I've got a lot of stuff logged on Letterboxd, and I also have my A24 watch list. I've got my Arrow Video, Eureka Video watch list. So different things are what I use that for. Yeah.
do they have watch lists on there? Do they have like when you
Just my
watch it, you
personal.
can,
No. To be
it's like
honest
your
with you, I'm not
personal list?
sure. Yeah, just my
'Cause that would
personal
be cool
list.
if they had something on there that was like a watch list, and when you logged it, it would remove it from the list.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool feature. I don't know if they had
Yeah.
something like that.
Maybe the paid feature does. I don't know.
Maybe it does. Is there like multiple tiers to that, or is it just
There,
one paid?
I think I don't know. I don't
I
know.
feel like there was like a pro or a special pro or something. Everybody's got freaking different tiers and stuff nowadays.
Yeah.
Have Cheetah Will View says special features are everything. Yeah, I mean, I know too. That was a huge deal when DVD first came out. Do you remember VHS is having special features though? Because I do.
Do
Do you
you?
remember that?
Um, I don't remember special
They
features on
would.
VHS tapes.
I think that some VHS tapes would have special features after the credits would roll. There would be
Oh,
special something after the credits. I feel like a couple of those, or a couple of them had those. I could be wrong though.
yeah. I've got about 500 VHS tapes still
Are they in
in
your
my
room,
collection. They're not
or
in
do
the
you have them in
room.
a closet somewhere?
They are in storage, and most of them are still wrapped and brand new. They never got opened.
Dang. I have some that are wrapped. They're ones I found at Goodwill like
Yeah.
recently. Um, yeah, I love, I mean, VHS tapes have like the coolest artwork on them sometimes.
Yeah.
Um, they just did really good artwork back then. 4K Corner said, can't think of a collecting hobby that doesn't get expensive. Collecting movies is very fun, especially when a title you've been waiting for is announced. Yeah, and especially when you're into 4Ks, because like everybody's waiting on their movie to come out in 4K nowadays. When are we going to get our True Lies? You know, when is that coming to 4K?
So I actually have a bootleg of True Lies on Blu-ray that I got from
Yeah,
Stinky Tuna. I haven't watched
Stinky
it
Tuna.
yet. Yeah.
Did they go out of business, or are they still?
They changed their site. They did something weird
How
to
do they
it.
get away with that?
I have no idea.
That it has to
But
be illegal.
I grabbed all the ones that I wanted when I had the opportunity.
Yeah,
And
I'd never
the
ordered one
quality is
from
really
them.
good.
Really, because I've heard mixed things. I've heard some people say it's crap, and then I've heard some people say it was
E-
decent.
Everything I've watched so far has been very decent.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that yourself, though. Really, couldn't you? Could you make
Yeah,
your own Blu-rays from Netflix and stuff? Feels like you would. Remember
probably.
back in the day when we would like tape our movies off the TV? Did you ever do
Hmm.
that?
Oh yeah, TV
And
shows.
like I would have like you would have your VHS tape with like 3 movies on it because that's usually the limit. They're like 6-hour tapes. I mean, you'd have 8-hour tapes too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching a lot of movies that way. And I think you would go. I think my grandmother, my aunt, would go like the Blockbuster or something every single weekend and get like all the new releases, and they would freaking tape them to another tape, and then they would put
Oh,
them in their collection.
mm,
So like they had everything. That's how I watched a lot of movies when I was
mm.
growing up.
Bootlegs.
Yeah, that was the original bootleg right there. Whack of the Butcher said, I actually much prefer listening to the audio commentary over the special features. Yeah, it's
Mm.
something that I might get into down the road, but it's just I'm not too into it right now. I don't know.
I think it would be kind of distracting to me.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I've tried to do it before, and it just has to be, I think it has to be for a movie that I just know very well. Like I've
Yeah.
watched all of the Star Wars ones. I think I watched all the prequels with the audio commentary on them. Just
Yeah.
because I was interested in the making of those for some reason. But I remember
That's
doing that like a few years ago. Wack of the Butcher said Judas and the Black Messiah deserves it. That's a great film. It deserves being in the nominations. I'll agree with that. No Midland's still my pick to win, but it deserves to be nominated. Not Promising Young Woman though. Sound of Metal 100%. That's another one that doesn't feel like a Best Picture caliber movie to me. It was a good movie, but it just, I don't know. Rev 4K said, Tony, you don't need to watch Nomadland unless you want to watch Frances McDormand crap in a bucket and eat soup for 2 hours. She does that once, Rev 4K. And what do you expect? She's a nomad. She has to crap in a bucket. That's the only place she can do it. Ben Grimm says, I'd much rather see movies in the theater than home, especially something like Godzilla versus Kong. Yeah, I really want to take my son to see that because we've seen all the other ones together in theaters. So I'm going to try, but it's just difficult now because my theater that was right down the road from me, like a mile, is closed down. Like it went out of business. It was like a small, like family owned theater. And so now I got to travel to the city to go to the theater. So if I get out of work on Friday, I'm not going to go out to the city to watch Godzilla versus Kong. So I just watch it at home.
Yeah, so the theater in my area, they stayed open during the whole pandemic, and the only way they were able to stay open was by playing older movies and by
Yep.
selling their popcorn. People would just go in just to buy the popcorn.
Really?
Yeah,
That's smart. That's smart. I mean, there is really nothing like theater popcorn. So,
yeah.
yeah, it sucked. I mean, it was a smaller theater. I'm in a small town. And for some reason, like it was never packed anyway. Like even like only if it was like a new Marvel movie was it like super packed on
Mhm.
opening night. Um, so yeah, it just kind of was the nail in the coffin there. Uh, Jerva says, your thoughts on the Scream Factory, The Fly box set. I was happy to finally get it, and it's at Walmart still, at least mine, for $40. So definitely pick it up. I haven't watched any of them though from the set.
Yeah,
Have you seen
I've
that?
only seen the first. I've only seen the first one. I got the set, but I've only seen the first movie. I haven't seen any of the other ones.
By the first movie, do you mean Jeff
Oh, I'm
Goldblum?
sorry. Yeah, the first Jeff Goldblum movie. I did not
Okay,
see
not
the
the Vincent
original.
Price.
No,
Okay,
I've
yeah,
got it. I just haven't
I've
seen it.
only seen the Jeff Goldblum one.
And I've only
Um,
seen it when it was released in the theaters way back when. That's when I saw it.
oh, it's been a
So
while then, hasn't it?
yeah, it's been a long while.
Been a long time. What'd you think of it?
I liked it.
It's a gross movie.
Yeah.
It's definitely, I don't know. History of Violence is really good, but I'd say it's probably my favorite David Cronenberg movie. It's an
Mm.
awesome box set though. It has great artwork on it.
Yeah, it does.
I wish Scream Factory would do more of those box sets because I think they just have that and Omen, and then Critters, and then Friday the 13th. Do they have any more than that?
Oh
Because
yeah,
you'd be the person to ask.
they got It's Alive.
It's
And
Alive. That's the
uh-huh.
one with the. That's them. I didn't know that was them. I thought that
Yep.
was
And
Arrow.
Amityville Horror,
Oh, okay.
Nightbreed. Anyway, I got all the box sets
Yeah.
up to that section.
I need the
If
Critters
I
one. Yeah, go ahead and turn it around. Damn, look at that. Look at all those Kinos down there. You can recognize the Kinos by the generic white
the
prints on
black
the
and
side of
white.
them. Yeah. Yeah, it's real cool. But yeah, I need the Critters one. It went on sale for like $25 last year, and I wish I would have got it. I'm still kicking myself because I didn't, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
you have to get those when you can.
Yeah, it's I'm afraid that they'll stop selling them with the box. Do you think they'll ever do they ever do that with those box sets? Will they ever just like not sell them with the box like they sell movies without the slip
Nothing I'm
to where you
aware
can
of.
buy them individually?
Nothing I'm aware of.
You think they would do that because they have to be missing out on some potential profit there. Maybe if somebody just wants Jason Goes to Hell or something,
Well,
the Scream Factory of it.
they did the Halloween box set, but before they did the
Yeah, they
Halloween box
did.
set, they released the first three Halloween movies, individually before they did the box set.
But not the first one, right? Did they do the first one? They do Carpenter?
No, just the second and the third.
It was just the second and third, and then they did the
Right.
steel books,
Yes.
which I have the steel books.
Not the first one.
And then they did the first one with the box set. So that was kind
Mhm.
of strange that I don't know, when did that box set come out? Because I haven't heard much about it.
Yeah. So
Um,
they did the big box set, and then they did a condensed box set.
like that one doesn't have like really cool artwork or anything. It's just like a pretty basic generic box set, isn't it?
Yeah. You want me to pull it off the shelf and show you?
Yeah, pull it off the shelf.
Okay.
Pull it off the shelf. I want to see it. I'll get to some of these other comments. Rockin' Ray Roger says, my favorite Robin Williams movie is The Survivors, 1983. I have not seen that one. Have you seen The Survivors from 1983?
Who, me?
Yeah. Robin
Yeah.
Williams.
Um,
See, those look like 4Ks because they're black. Yeah, it's pretty generic as far as like the artwork and whatever. It's nothing like the Friday the 13th,
but it's gold. I mean, you can get one of these without paying a fortune for it now.
yeah, I guarantee it. I guarantee it. I wish they would do Nightmare on Elm Street. That's the
I do
one
too. I hope
that's
that's
the
their
one they
next
need to do.
thing.
Because if they do some awesome artwork like they did with the Friday the 13th set,
Yeah.
it'd be freaking awesome. Just leave the remake out of it. You don't need that. I don't need. You can put the remake in there, but don't put the artwork of that Freddy on the box set. I'll be fine. They can put it in there, but don't put the freaking Freddy. What was the guy's name that was in that movie? I can't remember his name. I can't remember
I can
the
see
freaking
him
name.
in my
The
head.
Watchmen guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good. I've only seen that movie once, and I like to forget about it, that it exists. The only question is, would they still put Freddy versus Jason in there? Because it's in the Friday the 13th.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah, I think they should too.
Did you like Freddy versus Jason?
Man, I love Freddy versus Jason. I saw that in the theater in high school. I was a senior in high school, and when I would see that movie was like, it was nuts. I don't know if it was just my theater, because some people said they had experience watching that movie, and it was like a dead theater. Nobody was in there. I was like, that theater was like Avengers Endgame, like back in the day. People were going nuts when I saw that movie. It was a big deal. Yeah, it was a huge deal. We were waiting for that movie for like 10 years. Ever since freaking Freddy drugged the hockey mask down at the end of Jason Goes to Hell. Wagon the Butcher said, I personally log every film I watch. It helps me keep track of it and how often I rewatch. Yeah, definitely love using Letterbox. Alex Thomas is here tonight, guys. He said, what's up, guys? Another YouTuber that has a great collection. Go check out Alex Thomas. Wagon the Butcher said, what's your Letterbox basement? I'll follow. You're at your old name on there, right?
Yeah, it's Toy Collector. Do you have a link available?
The link, yes. The link is down below in the description, Wacka. So hit that link and let me know if it doesn't work, because I know I had 4K Corner on here a couple weeks ago and they said the link didn't work. But I think they all work because I tested them. Alex Thomas says, hey, everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? We're doing great, Alex. Just talking physical media. If you got a question for us, leave it in the chat. Wacka the Butcher said, they do have that. Then Ken, it's free. All you do is hold the movie and then you can add it watch list. The icon is watch. Okay, cool. I guess he's talking about they have the watch list thing I was talking about. I'll have to test that out. Alex Thomas says, do you own the DCU and MCU in 4K or in Blu-ray? I'm pretty sure you have both, right?
I do, yes.
Yeah.
Multiple.
That's one question I'll ask you. So if you have the Blu-ray of like Iron Man, and then do you also get the 4K and you keep them both, even though it's the exact same?
Yeah, I do. And some movies I do that with because it's such a big deal, and the slip covers that come with the originals a lot of times are different than the 4K releases. So yeah, I got them both.
Well, I was going to say, I understand like if it's MCU because it's like a widely known title, but what if it's like, I don't know, Pet Sematary, 1989 or something?
It's just a generic.
Did you buy both of those? Because those are both the exact same cover.
Yeah, because I've had, I have, yeah. I have both. I'm really bad about.
I was happy to finally get this today because I did like this Steelbook when it came out.
Yeah.
And it's only $10 at FYE right now.
So I saw your video today, and you were talking about how that was previously released through Best Buy. A lot of times the Best Buy releases will get re-released at FYE instead of the 4K. It'll be just the Blu-ray disc, like you mentioned in your video. Yeah,
like what? Do you know like what goes into that? Like why they do that?
I don't. But I'd rather get the cheaper one. FYE's pretty
I would
cheap.
too. It's the same damn Steelbook. There's nothing different about it,
the
right?
bad thing about FYE for me is I have to have them ship it to me because we don't have FYE near me. And usually whenever I get something from FYE, it's usually damaged.
Bad warehouse right there.
Yeah, bad warehouse. And then they replace it and give me another damaged one and another damaged one and another damaged one. So fine, I just give up. That happened with me with Tommy Boy. I bought Tommy Boy on the nice FYE Steelbook, and I never could get a decent copy of that. Yeah,
they had a bunch of Tommy Boy Steelbooks. I almost got that
today,
on the shelf, I didn't. That $13 is a little bit too much for me. If it was $10, I might have got it. Isn't it silly though how sometimes it's like $3 will keep you from getting something? But that I like budget myself when I go out. Like I don't usually like spending more than $50 when I go out. I just like week to week. That's all I can kind of afford my budget. A lot of times, most of the time I go over, but I like to have the idea in my head that I can't go over 50 when I go out. So James Cameron's films need 4K releases. Come on, I need True Lies, The Terminator, Titanic, and Avatar on 4K. I think Avatar's coming. More than likely before the second one comes out. It'll be out because he's already on the set. He's got the mindset of Avatar. I'm sure it's not going to be anything for him to supervise the Avatar 4K and put it out. Now, Titanic, Terminator, True Lies, who knows? But I mean, we got T2, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Scream Factory needs to do a Nightmare on Elm Street collection. Yep, that's what we said. They definitely do. The Flybox set, ordered mine here in Canada. They go for $98 with taxes. Very expensive compared to the one you get at your Walmart. Damn, $98. That is expensive. I think that thing came out when it was like 70 or something when it came out.
Yeah, it was expensive. I always buy mine when they first come out, so I always pay the.
Yeah.
And then I see them in Walmart. It really gets aggravating to find.
You just
if
can't
I would have
wait.
just waited.
You can't wait. Tiana says, "Do you guys have a movie log book for what movie you're going to watch for that night?" I love my movie book. Do you use pen and paper for any of your logging?
No. Usually what I'll do is I'll have stacks of Blu-rays that I set aside, and I try to choose a movie between 80 minutes to 90 minutes for my weekday movies. And then I usually watch 3 movies over the weekend. I try to watch, on Saturdays, and 3 movies on Sundays, because I don't do anything else but watch movies and work. So I try to watch a Criterion movie. I try to watch a horror movie because I really like horror, and whatever else I can find.
Whatever else is burning a hole.
But I like the idea of the movie book. People.
Yeah, I do have a book. Like I call this my film journey log, and I've got like every year in there. So when I watch a movie like from a new year, I'll put it down in my book. I've always just like keeping like a physical tab of stuff.
Yeah. Well, even with your Instagram post about certain months being dedicated to a certain director or whoever, like you have David Cronenberg section. Yeah. So I started watching the David Cronenberg movie so I could participate in that.
Oh yeah, that's
usually what gets me into the groove of watching certain movies.
Yeah, that's been really fun. It's been really hard for me to like keep up with because I've been getting like more involved with the YouTube stuff and things.
Right.
I haven't been able to watch as much because when I started, I watched all of Stanley Kubrick's films. Cronenberg was very difficult. I didn't enjoy a lot of those movies.
Yeah, I watched quite a bit of them. I had never seen some of those. But
the only ones I like The Brood. Okay, The Brood wasn't bad.
It was very interesting. I had never seen it before, and I actually have the Criterion for The Brood. I had no idea what it was going to be about, and just the effects of that toward the end was pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's really good effects work. And what else did I like? I liked Videodrome. I liked Videodrome.
I haven't seen
very
that one
weird
yet.
movie.
Yeah.
Did you watch Naked Lunch? Because I got a Criterion of that.
I haven't. I've got it. I just never seen it before.
And then you watched Crash, which I didn't watch.
I did not like Crash. It was so depressing.
Shivers wasn't good. I didn't like Shivers.
I didn't see that.
I didn't like Rabid all that much. And trying to think of the other ones I watched. I pretty much only like The Fly and History of Violence, and I like Videodrome. But Fly and History of Violence are a lot
History of Violence is great.
Yeah. Chris Morrow's here. What's up, man? He says, I have the Halloween box set and a smaller packaging. Both Scream Factory sets are expensive on eBay. Yep, some good investments right there. I wanted the Halloween Scream Factory collection, but I ended up getting the 10-disc set. Awesome. Halloween, the 1-box set I'm really missing. Yeah, I didn't get it either. Alex Thomas says Jackie Earl Haley. That is the name.
Yes.
That is Mr. Freddy Krueger right there. The Halloween Scream Factory collection is so expensive on eBay. $800. Damn, is it that much? Is it going for $800 right now?
Maybe I should look into selling mine.
Damn.
As you can tell,
you have 2 of them?
No, I only have the one.
Oh, okay.
I do not. I'm really bad about not opening up anything until it's time for me to start watching. So a lot of my stuff's still sealed up, and people give me a hard time about that.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, Halloween movies, you've probably seen them all so
I
many
have.
times, right? Like
Yeah.
you've seen all those, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's favorite horror franchise. That's a good question. I was actually going to ask you that right before it
Mm.
came up. Is Halloween your favorite?
I think I like the Friday the 13th movies better than the Halloween franchise, but honestly, I like them all. There's nothing that I don't. As far as
Yeah,
the larger franchises, I like all the Nightmare on Elm Street, the Halloweens. Yeah,
there's a reason why they're as big as they are. It's because
right.
they were the best back in the day. Yeah, the Friday the 13th movies have really grown on me since I got that box set because they're all consistent. I can't think of one Friday the 13th movie that I don't like. I like
Right.
every single one, even the ones that everybody hates. I like.
Yeah,
Like I
the
like
least,
Jason
at
Takes
least
Manhattan a lot.
Jason X is my least favorite.
That to me, it wasn't like a great movie, but I had a lot of fun with it when I watched it. It was a fun kind
Mm.
of schlocky, like a movie like you see on the Sci-Fi Channel or something.
Right.
It had
It's
that
just
vibe
different.
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love Jason Takes Manhattan. That was always one of my favorites, and I never got the criticism of it because a lot of people say that he is only in Manhattan for like 10 minutes. He's in
Right.
Manhattan for like 45 minutes, like half the movie almost.
people
He's in there.
people give it a hard time.
Yeah, it's like, how do you expect him to get there? You can't just start the movie and he's in Manhattan. It wouldn't make any sense. Like, there's got to be a story to how he gets there. But the one that I really love that is divisive is Jason Goes to Hell, and that's because I just sentimental about the movie. I used to watch it all the time when I was a kid. It was one of my favorites. I love the body swapping aspects of it. I know it wasn't Jason throughout most of the movie, but I just like
Yeah.
that story in it. I thought it was cool. And he kills more people than any other movie in that also.
Well, if you think about the first movie, I mean, really, Jason's not in that one either. Not
Nope,
much.
he's not. I think the first one's it's not the best, but I love it. When Betsy Palmer comes in, it turns into like a different movie. I think she really gives a
Yeah,
great performance in that
she
movie.
does. She's excellent.
Yeah. Alex Thomas says, I also double dip when it comes to certain titles like Back to the Future, MCU, the Dark Knight trilogy, Harry Potter, and Star Wars. Yeah, I still haven't got the Dark Knight trilogy on 4K,
Mhm.
and I do want it, but I want them all individually with the slipcovers,
Yeah.
and I can never find the Dark Knight with the slipcover. I can find Batman Begins, and I can find the Dark Knight Rises, but I can never find the Dark Knight with the slipcover when I go out.
Hmm. I'll have to check to see if I have an extra slip for that.
Let's see. Alex Thomas says, Basement Blues, do you know how many Blu-rays you own? That came up a little bit earlier, and you gave us a total.
Yes.
But can you give the total one more time?
Yep, 6,086 Blu-rays.
Woo!
And that's not
Damn.
counting, I haven't logged anything that I picked up today. I picked up about 10 titles today.
Yeah. Do you log them all immediately when you get them? Are you pretty good about that?
No. What I do is I log them after I know that they're not going to be going on sale, because usually I'll get a price adjustment if they go on sale within so many days or 15 days with Best Buy, and so I don't really log them until they're all logged by the end of the month, because I do an end of the month video where I show all the things that I picked up.
Yeah. There you go. Nick Flick says, your theory for the Scream 5 plot. Go. Do you have any theories on the
I
Scream
don't
5 plot?
know.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to the movie, but honestly, it's hard to get like really excited when I know that Wes Craven was such a big part of the creative process to those movies, and the fact that he's not going to be involved. I mean, I like Ready or Not pretty good, so I mean, I have confidence that it's going to be a good movie. But I love all the Scream movies. There's not one miss in there to me. I love 4. I think it's really great too. I don't know. They'll probably do something kind of commentating on. What did they do with 4? Did they do the remakes and reboots thing yet, or they were like commenting on that? I
Yeah,
can't
I don't
remember.
know. I don't remember. It's been so long.
I don't know. They'll do something kind of interesting with it, but yeah, I have no idea. Nev Campbell will come back. I predict Courtney Cox is going to die in the first 5 minutes. How about that? She's going to die in the opener. That's my prediction. F-13 Takes Manhattan is pure garbage. Fanatic 101. I disagree. Worst Final Girl? I don't think she was that bad. Who's the worst final girl in the franchise to you, if you can even remember their names? Because that's the problem. Outside of Alice from the first one
Right.
and Jenny from the second one, I struggle to think of any of their names.
I know I don't know the character's name. I know one of the actresses' names, Lar Park Lincoln. I'm not sure which film she was in, but she was one of the final girls.
Yeah,
It's been so long since I've seen any of those.
I think that the final girl from parts 5 is pretty weak. I mean, I like part 5. That's the one that doesn't have Jason either. There's so many Friday the 13th films that don't actually have Jason in them for for a large portion. Uh, let's see. Rev 4K says I'm still on the fence with the Friday the 13th set as I never liked Jason movies, but I maybe got to rewatch. It's 109 on Amazon. That's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
That's pretty
And
cheap.
if you
I'd
think
say,
about it, if you think about the Halloween set, it was readily available for a long time, and all of a sudden it went out of print, and now, as you can see, it's going for $800 on eBay. So I would grab the Friday the 13th set before it's too late.
is it going for 800 now?
I don't know. Somebody made a comment earlier about the price of
Oh, the Halloween one. The
the
Halloween one.
Halloween set.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Um,
I would grab the Friday the 13th set before it gets to that point.
that made the most waves out of any physical media release last year, at least from my perception. Like when that came out, like you literally saw every single blue tuber on the internet do an
Yeah.
unboxing video.
I didn't do one.
You're like, I'm staying out of this. It was like even the people that don't even do Blu-ray stuff that much were doing unboxings.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an insane set. But
I kept enjoying everybody toppling their box and all the discs would come out.
did I do that in my video? Because I think
I don't think you did that.
I did it. There was one time I lifted it up. It was on one of my videos. I probably edited it out, but I lifted up the box set and like brought it over, and like all the discs just flew out all over the floor.
It happens.
Like, fuck. Oh shoot, I had another one. Fanatic 101 said I do like Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X. Yeah, I like them too. Alex Thomas says, have you guys seen Crystal Lake Memories and Never Sleep Again, Elm Street Legacy documentaries? Great horror documentaries. I've seen Never Sleep Again. I have not seen Crystal Lake Memories, though.
Yeah, and I've seen Crystal Lake Memories and haven't seen Never Sleep Again.
Never Sleep Again's like 4 hours. It's like a 4-hour documentary. It's a real good one, though. But the one, the horror documentary, probably my favorite horror documentary. I know you say you don't like documentaries, but it was the from In the Heart of Darkness or something, I think is what it called. Have you heard of that? They just came out with a sequel for it, and it was like a limited edition thing.
Yes, about all kinds of horror movies.
That's the best. That might be one of the best documentaries I've ever seen, but it's definitely the best horror documentary I've ever seen because it covers. I just love the way it does it because I'm really into like what year stuff comes out. Like I like just pinning stuff down to a year and really like diving into that year, and it goes from 80 to 89 just chronologically. And it's just a group of really awesome people discussing all the movies that came out for each year. And it's a really cool documentary. Highly recommend it. Jason Goes to Hell is freaking awesome. Yes, love that movie. Favorite Friday the 13th Final Girl, mine is Jenny from part 2, then Chris from part 3, Alice from part 1, Trish from part 4, and then Pam from part 5. So I guess you don't count Tommy as a final girl, even though he kind of is. Technically, in the sense of what you would think a final girl is, but he always has like a final girl next to him, I guess, like a legitimate one. But it's him that's kind of driving the story in 4, 5, and 6. Alex Thomas says, "Wow, 6,000 plus. I currently have 1,269 Blu-ray. So you're more in line with my collection there, probably a little bit more." Unwrap the Movie says, hey, what's up, guys? What is up, Unwrap the Movies? How are you doing tonight? We're just doing a Q&A here. You guys can drop any questions. Alex Thomas says, I'm definitely getting the Scream franchise on 4K when it comes out. Definitely. Excited for that. What film will steal the show this year? Do you have any films that you're excited about coming out this year?
Not really.
Is it hard to get excited when you're not sure if it's even going to come out or not?
Right. Yeah, I just don't really have any that I can really think of. You think about Godzilla versus Kong. That's kind of exciting. Just hopefully it'll be good.
Yeah, you got to think Black Widow will come out this year at some point. So
Yep.
that's another one that might be exciting. Pretty much everything that's coming out on HBO Max, I can get excited for because I know it's actually coming out. But other than that, I don't know. It's what are you going to look forward to? Just all the Netflix movies that come out, they just bombard you with every week.
Right.
I don't know. Some of them are fine, but they're nothing that gets me excited. Fanatic 101 said they said Scream 5 won't be meta. It'll be a straight slasher. Yeah, I've heard them say that, and I call bullshit on that. They're not going to do that. If they do that, then that'll be a betrayal to the Scream franchise. Alex Thomas says, did you guys get the replacement disc for the Friday the 13th Scream Factory box set? Was any of yours messed up?
Yeah, I don't know if they were messed up, but I got the replacement disc.
Oh, okay. You just got them anyway.
Yeah.
Are they still offering that? Because I never did it. Because I didn't know if any
I'm
amount.
sure they are. I'm sure they are.
Yeah, I couldn't. I don't know. I couldn't tell, at least from the ones I watched. Alex Thomas says, LOL, I did an unboxing for the Friday the 13th Scream Factory collection. Hey, I did too, man. I think everybody did. I liked watching everybody's unboxings, though. Are you guys excited for Justice League, the Snyder Cut? You excited for that?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to something different. You know, I'm good with that. So it's this weekend, right?
It's a weird release date because it's coming out on Thursday, which I'm kind of
Thursday.
happy about because it's 4 hours, and I'm planning on waking up early on Thursday because I'll be off, and I'm gonna watch it during the day.
Yeah.
So I won't have
I
to squeeze that
wasn't.
in over the weekend.
I'm looking forward to it, but I wasn't disappointed in the original. You know, it was. Some people don't. Some people complain about Star Wars movies. They complain about Marvel movies. They complain about DC movies. I enjoy all of them just for what they are. I don't get overly worked up about them.
Do you think it's because you grew up in a time that you just weren't getting this kind of shit, and just people are just too
Yeah,
spoiled now, and they just want everything just the way
probably.
they want it?
Probably.
Like
I'm good with all of it.
they want something exactly how it would come out in their head, and they don't
Yeah,
appreciate anything that comes out anybody else's head.
definitely, and that's especially true with the Star Wars sequels. Even the
I mean,
pre.
I'm guilty of that myself. I didn't.
Yeah,
I hated Rise of Skywalker, and I'll be like, I think it's stupid. You brought the Emperor back. It was dumb. It didn't make any sense.
yeah. I
It's because
enjoyed it just because I've always loved those movies. I've seen every single Star Wars movie in the theater when they were released, and
yeah,
even back in '78, way back when I saw all the originals in the theater, and I
yeah,
liked them all.
yeah. I mean, it's good that you can enjoy movies that way. You don't get worked up about it.
No, I don't get worked up.
It's like Rob Zombie's Halloween gets me going, and Rise of Skywalker, and
Yeah, some of them aren't the
that's pretty
best
much
in
it.
the world, but I enjoyed seeing Rob's. I enjoyed all those movies, all these remakes. I enjoy them just for what they are. I don't get overly upset about
I
it.
need your outlook on life. I need your
Yeah,
outlook on life. But I mean, I was talking to that about some younger kids the other day. I was on a stream with, and they were all like complaining about WandaVision and stuff like that. And I'm like, think about what you're getting right now. You're getting like
yeah,
premier Marvel content on a Disney
exactly.
streaming service that you can watch at home.
Yeah,
And it's like literally when I was growing up, I got Batman, 89, Batman Returns, and freaking Batman Forever, Batman and Robin. Like that's what we had in the 90s pretty much. And what
yeah,
else? Darkman,
yeah. And
Blade in 98.
I grew up in the '70s, and if you saw a movie, that was the only time you saw it until in the '80s when you got a VHS tape.
Yep.
So, WandaVision, I enjoyed WandaVision, every bit of it. Just a
I enjoyed
weekly
it too.
show. Mandalorian was the best for me. I
That
enjoyed watching
Mandalorian
that.
was freaking awesome.
Just having a show to watch every single week
Yeah,
for a
and it's like
franchise that you love.
you didn't get television like this in the
No,
90s or even the early 2000s. I mean, you started to get like with The Sopranos, but
yeah,
like on this scale, like what we're getting now, like what Disney's doing with their stows. I mean, there's always
Yeah.
stuff you can nitpick and things, but
Oh yeah.
I mean, Mandalorian's freaking awesome. That second season was something else. But yeah, I enjoyed WandaVision. I can poke some holes in it, but like, what's the point?
Yeah.
What's the point? Um, but yeah, some stuff makes me mad. I don't think they should have brought the Emperor back. I think that ruins. Don't you think that ruins Return of the Jedi just a little bit?
It's very
Just a
strange.
smidge, just a
Yeah,
tiny
yeah,
bit. Because like that's the whole arc of Darth Vader. Like he defeated the Emperor to save his son, destroyed him. I don't know. It felt weird to me. And then they tried to say he was a clone, and they revealed it in the
yeah.
books. I was like, come on. Unwrap the movie says, I got 3 sets of replacement discs. Awesome. He got 3 sets. How'd you get 3 sets?
So there you go, Ken. That's where you can go for your replacement
Yeah,
disc.
unwrap. Send me a couple of them discs this way, man. Send a couple of them discs over here. Favorite Star Wars film, Empire for me. That's the same. Is that the same for you?
Mm,
Or are you a New
yeah,
Hope?
I like A New Hope. I just remember seeing A New Hope in the theater. It was a big
Yeah, I mean,
deal.
Empire is my favorite movie of all time. And
But Rogue One. Did
oh,
you
you're a
like
Rogue
Rogue
One fan.
One? Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it. I liked the
I
movie.
liked it for what it was.
I didn't love it,
Right.
and I got very tired. I remember in the theater seeing it, and
Yeah.
I
It was
think I didn't
different.
fall asleep, but I almost fell asleep in the beginning because they drug out the middle portion of it.
Yeah.
I thought the last 30 minutes of the battle on the beach and stuff
Yeah.
felt like a
Just
war
just
movie in
having
Star Wars.
the backstory was what I really enjoyed. Just having
Yeah,
something to go along with the original.
and it connects really well to the first one. Like you
Yeah.
could go home and watch A New Hope right after that. But
Right. And I
yeah, I
did.
would say in retrospect, I need to go back and rewatch Rogue One because it's probably been since the theater since I've seen that, and I think I might have watched it on Blu-ray. Um, but I need to go back and rewatch it because I probably appreciate it a little bit more now, especially
Yeah.
considering how the main trilogy went. Um, and I need to rewatch Solo too because it's been a while for that, and
Yeah.
I like that movie for what it was. I didn't think it was really necessary to do a Han Solo movie, but
Yeah.
it's whatever. But the last scene of Rogue One with Darth Vader was definitely the coolest shit
Yeah.
that
It
you
was
had ever seen in
amazing.
Star Wars up until Luke Skywalker coming back at the end
Right.
of Mandalorian.
Yeah, that
That
was
master
awesome.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I mean those are movies I grew up with. I mean that's A New Hope is like think in my top 15 of all time, and then like Empire is like number 1. So it's like those 2 movies are damn near perfect for me. And they're the reason why I love movies, to be honest. Praddy's here. He says, hey, Ken and Tony, what is up? What is up, Praddy? How are you doing tonight? Cinephiles Nation on Instagram. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is horrible. See, I actually don't mind that one. I think that one's okay. I think Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is okay. His first one just betrays the character. And I think at least with the second one, he does like his own thing and his own story. He doesn't try to rip off John Carpenter while simultaneously slapping his vision in the face. Pratty says Ryan Johnson's getting his trilogy. Unbelievable. Really? Did they just announce that or something? Or, I mean, I know they did a long time ago, and then I thought he wasn't doing it, and now he's coming back to do his trilogy. I don't know. Maybe it'll be good. Empire Strikes Back is definitely the best for me. Millhouse is here. Yo-Yo Ken. Yo-Yo Millhouse. I still have not seen Monster Squad yet, but someday maybe. Pratty says, have you guys seen the Clone Wars show? So are you into the Star Wars animation?
I own them. I just haven't had a chance to watch any of them.
I haven't watched them either. I was going to try to start watching them on Disney Plus, but I haven't got around to it yet.
I actually watched the Clone Wars, the movie that came out. That was where the series came from, but I haven't watched the series.
Yeah, I heard it's a little tougher to get into. Like it doesn't start the best, and then it gets better as it goes, which
That's
is
what I hear too. Yeah,
never a good selling point for me because then you're telling me I got to sit through like 20 hours of shit to get through something good. I don't have that kind of time. Craig Williams says, what is the difference between Blues from the Basement and Basement Blues?
Yeah, I don't think that there's much of a difference other than Blues from the Basement came first and Basement Blues is secondary.
Is Blues from the Basement another YouTube?
No, but well, actually, yeah, he does some videos. And he's on Instagram. And
Does
then
that?
so I changed my name from Toy Collector because that's the name I always had since the 90s. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking I don't collect the toys anymore. I needed
Were you
something.
were you Blues from the Basement at one point?
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
There's only one Blues from the Basement, and that's Craig. He's the original.
Okay.
And
So
whenever
that's
I'm trying
somebody.
to think of a name, I came up with Basement Blues. I thought, man, that sounds good. And I
That's
didn't
a
even
good
think about
name.
it
Like, when you
until
changed it, I
after,
was like, "That's a really good name."
because I am in the
Uh,
basement. This is my
I'm in my
basement.
basement too.
Yeah,
I'm in my basement too. Yeah, it's a really good name, and it makes sense because your channel is more about Blu-rays now
yeah.
than toys and stuff. But do you have a lot of toys? A lot of like collecting
Um,
stuff? Is that why you did toy collector?
yeah, I was a big toy collector back in the day, but I do have a big Funko Pop collection.
Yeah.
Um, but they're just not on display anymore. I've got I've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Funko Pops.
Awesome. Awesome.
Regretfully.
Awesome. Regretfully, you don't like them?
Well, just the fact that there's so many of them and there's nowhere to put them or display them.
Yeah, I
You know.
see those every weekend because I work in a warehouse and we ship Funko Pops,
Yeah.
and
Well, I've
it's
got your
just like,
warehouse back here in my basement.
yeah, it's like I see them all and they all look so awesome, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I want this, and there's just so many of them that I want that I'm just like, I'm just not gonna do this. I don't want
Yeah.
to get. I'll buy some every now and then. Like I found that Castaway one at Target a few weeks ago for only $3, so I bought it.
Yeah.
And I like doing the horror ones. Like I love the
Right.
Exorcist one because it has
Yeah.
the puke on the box. I think that's just the
Hmm.
coolest thing ever. So yeah, I'll get some of them every now and then. Mitchell, the movie man series says, "Hey mate, what is up, mate? How you doing tonight?" Tiana says, "Favorite Marvel movie? Mine is Thor." Now that's a hot take. Your favorite Marvel, is it the first Thor or Dark World or Ragnarok? Because I can see Ragnarok, but I don't like the first Thor at all. That's like one of my least favorites.
It was long.
Yeah. My favorite Marvel movies, Winter Soldier and Infinity War. It's one of those two. I'll say Infinity War today because I always say Winter Soldier. But do you have one? Do you have a favorite
Mm,
Marvel, or is it tough for you?
it is tough. I do enjoy. I know my least. I'm not going to say it though. I got two
Say it.
least
Say your
favorite
least
Marvel
favorite. Throw
movies.
some hate on here,
I'm
man. Throw
not
some
going
hate.
to.
What
I don't
movie
want to
do you hate?
start. I don't want to stir anything up. But I enjoy Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's a good one.
In,
It's very
in,
different.
Infinity War. I enjoyed Thor Ragnarok. Um, I wasn't a big fan of Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I like Doctor Strange a lot, but there's a lot of people that don't like that one.
Yeah, me
So
and
I
my
get
wife went and saw that one together, and there was nobody in the theater. It was just kind of dead, and I think that kind of made the atmosphere a little bit less lively.
Yeah, you want to talk about stirring up some shit. So I saw that movie on election night. I just remember very vividly 2016 when Donald Trump was elected. So
Mhm.
I just remember those two like go like hand in hand in my mind. I liked it though. I liked the movie a lot. It was like Inception. I'm not like a huge fan of Inception though,
Yeah,
but in the Marvel universe. But again, that's another one that I haven't seen in a very long time.
yeah, me too.
Alex Thomas says, "Do you guys collect Funko Pops?" Yeah, I've got about 20 down here. I've got about 20. I think I counted them. I got like a Beetlejuice one and the Tom Hanks one. How many do you think you have?
I actually I've got a count of how many I have. I just have to, let's see, I've got 1,774 of them.
Oh shit, that's a lot of room.
Yeah, it's a
You
lot.
have a lot of space.
Okay, so this room that you're seeing right now is one long room. I've got
Yep,
an
it's like a
identical
corridor.
room on that side that's exactly the same as this room with my
Okay,
collection and my TV, my player, and all that's in that room. And then behind me is the garage, and it's tote after tote after tote of Funko Pops.
damn. So you
So
got
I
some in totes. You got some on display.
no, all in totes, no display. Um,
Yeah.
because I started collecting those back in 2000, back when they first really got big, back in 2008. And my channel used to focus on Funko Pops for a long time. And
Awesome.
be going out on a hunt for them and this different stuff.
Yeah, I work with a guy that means some of those go for pretty good
Yeah,
amounts.
anything that goes for a good amount, I've already sold. But I do have some that are still worth some money. But to fund all of the stuff I've got right now, I've sold a lot of my high-end Funko Pops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's some of that stuff's investment, and like you don't see how it would be worth money. I mean, it's just a little piece of plastic in a cheap
Yeah.
box, but I mean, I don't know, man. It's some of those could be worth quite a bit some days. Mitchell the Movie Man said favorite gangster film. Mine is Goodfellas. He says Goodfellas. Goodfellas. I haven't seen Goodfellas. Is that a parody?
I don't know.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
The
I
gangster
enjoy
genre is something I'm always a huge fan of.
I like the Godfather movies.
But like recently, I've gotten more into them. You say Godfather?
Yeah.
I'd probably say Goodfellas. I think Goodfellas is pretty damn good.
I've only seen Goodfellas once. Um,
I'm trying to
what's the
think if
other
there's any
one?
others that I'm not thinking of.
Yeah,
I still need
there
to
is.
watch Scarface. I haven't seen Scarface. I haven't seen
I haven't
Carlito's
either.
Way. There's a
I
bunch of them
haven't
that I
either.
haven't seen. So I'll say Goodfellas right now because I like it better than The Godfather. And I still haven't seen Godfather Part 2. So I still need to see that one. Freddy says, speaking of names, how did you come up with your channel name, Ken? Just curious. It's more of, it's kind of like a freaking self-diminishing thing, I guess, to say I'm like, I'm a mid-level person guy, like reviewing movies. Like I'm not a professional critic. I'm just a regular dude that likes movies and I review them on Instagram. That was kind of the idea behind it. Let's see. Alex Thomas says, I currently have 244 Funko Pops, LOL. 244 is an impressive, respectable number,
Yes.
I would say. Tiana said the second Thor is the best. Now, that's a hot take, but I will back you up because I don't think the second Thor is terrible. I think it's very watchable. It's directed by a guy who directed a lot of Game of Thrones episodes. And if you watch it like it's an episode of Game of Thrones instead of a Marvel movie, it's actually quite good. Still a weak villain, but it's actually decent. Craig Thompson said we should get a physical copy of Crawl on 4K. Did you like Crawl? Did you see that one?
Yeah, I liked it.
It was a good movie. It's kind of mixing of disaster film and monster movie.
Yeah.
Rev 4K said, all right, just ordered Friday the 13th box set for $109 on Amazon. Can't really beat 13 movies for $110. Yeah, I know it's a good deal.
Yeah.
Especially since most Screen Factory releases are $27 just for a single movie. Tommy Starr said, hey guys.
Yep.
How are you doing, Tony? What is up, Tommy? How are you
Good.
doing tonight? Rev 4K says, are you guys going to be picking up the Psycho and Birds 4K steals when they release this year? I'm sure that you are.
Yeah.
But I probably won't since I got that Hitchcock collection. But
Yeah. I've already got a Psycho 4K steelbook though.
yeah, are they coming out with Psycho? I wish they would have done like Vertigo or Rear Window or something.
Yeah.
It's always Psycho and the Birds. Like it's really always
Yeah.
Psycho, but it's like they promote those movies so much that for most of my life, I thought those were the only two notable movies that Alfred Hitchcock did until I grew up and realized there was other movies that he did. Now I'm struggling to go back and try to right the wrongs of my past by watching them. But yeah, they should have done like Vertigo or something. What are your guys' thoughts on double dipping? If it's a really cool release, I do it. And if it's a movie I really love, I do it.
Yep. And it depends on if it's got a new slipcover, and it depends on if I want usually if there's a steelbook release, I get the steelbook and I also purchase the slipcover edition. So I always get both.
Yep. You are the man of the double dipping right there.
Yeah.
Those, but you kind of have to. You got to do those awesome unboxings on your channel.
Right.
Goodfellas is more rewatchable, and you need a mood to watch The Godfather, both masterpieces. I can agree with that. What's your stance on the third Godfather film? I've never seen it, and they are making a reboot of it. Guess I'll see that one. Are they making a reboot of it? The third Godfather? I mean, they did it, didn't they?
Yeah,
Dakota?
yeah, they enhanced it. I haven't watched that one
Yeah,
yet
I still
though.
haven't seen two, so I don't know anything about the third Godfather. But
I enjoyed all
definitely,
of them. I actually watched them all on one Saturday. I watched all three movies,
for the
and
first time.
yeah, several years ago I did that, and to me that was a better experience than watching them. Just watching them all together
Yeah,
made it all just like one big movie.
I might have to try that. Yeah, I just didn't. I don't know. I didn't love the first Godfather. I thought it was a good movie. It's definitely a great movie. I don't know, something about it. It was a little slow, I guess. I don't like saying that because I think people do that too much with like classic movies. They just don't appreciate them because they're not
Mhm.
as fast paced and flashy as what we get now.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know. There's something about it I didn't really engage with. And I liked Marlon Brando in it, but spoiler alert, he dies like halfway through the movie. And who got shot up like Swiss cheese in the movie? Wasn't it James Caan's character? Or was it Robert Duvall?
No, I think it was James Caan's
I think it was
character.
James Caan. Yep. M for Movies is here. What's up, M for Movies? I think it's your first time joining one of my streams, and another guy I've been subscribed to, followed for a really long time. So definitely check out his stuff. It says, "Hey everyone, I just woke up." He must work like third shift or something. Chris Morrow says, "Did you guys like The Irishman?" I liked it. I didn't think it was great though.
Yeah, I never finished it.
It's
It was
so
just too
long.
long. Yeah.
It's so long. It's so long that by the time you get to the end of it, you forgot how you got there.
Yeah. Now that's the reason why I like to see movies in the theater is because I can guarantee that I'll stay for the whole movie.
Yeah.
Watching films at home, I'm really bad
And
about
you
being on
can
my
guarantee
phone.
that you're not going to do this every 5 seconds.
Yeah,
I have to put this in the other room a lot
it's
of times when I'm
terrible.
watching stuff, or I will be looking at it every 5 seconds, especially if it's a movie that I'm not really enjoying.
Yeah. And unfortunately, the theater that I go to, a lot of people are on their phone anyway. So
It's terrible. They should be
yeah,
slapped on the hand for that.
I wish they could
Alex.
do that.
Well, I mean, the theaters, man, it's another thing that nobody enforces rules in there. Like they don't have
Mhm.
anybody coming in there and checking on stuff anymore. Alex Thomas said they're releasing another Psycho Steelbook! Exclamation point. He's excited about that.
Yeah.
Red 4K said, non-related question. What did you eat for dinner tonight? I had some like Hawaiian chicken that my wife made, and she had some like lettuce. It was like a lettuce wrapped chicken. I'm trying to eat healthier. Um, so yeah, that's what I had for dinner.
And I did not eat lunch or dinner today, unfortunately. I
Damn, you haven't even ate yet?
I had some almond M&Ms.
Bam. Some days will be like that though. I'll get to about 6 o'clock and I'll realize I haven't ate anything all day. Craig Thompson said, "What are your thoughts on Hocus Pocus? Do you like Hocus Pocus?"
I do like Hocus Pocus.
It's a good movie. Chris
Yeah,
Morrow says, "Love gangster movies. Can't tolerate Godfather movies. Too slow
really.
for me. Have tried
Hmm.
several times too." Okay. Yeah, I mean, I get that. I felt that with the second one. I recently fell down the Arrow video rabbit hole, and I'm thinking about picking up Weird Science. How's the transfer on this? And your thoughts on Arrow Video's release of Mallrats? I don't have Mallrats. I wanted it because that's like one of my favorite comedies, but
Hmm.
actually, I don't know where my Weird Science one is. Okay, yeah, Weird Science is right here. I thought this was a great transfer. I love it. It looked fantastic.
Yeah.
Awesome special features. And that's one of my favorite John Hughes movies.
Did you get the steelbook for that?
I did not. I didn't like the look of it.
Yeah, I got them both. I got that one and the steelbook.
Yeah, I think the steelbook is the same as the reversible cover art, isn't it? Isn't it like this in
Yeah,
steelbook?
yeah, it was kind of weird looking.
Yeah, I don't love a lot of the Arrow steelbooks that come out actually. I have the Reanimator one. I like that one, but it's
Hmm.
not like it's not like great artwork. It's just green and has like a silhouette of his face on the cover with the
Yeah,
needle.
because FYE has that, right?
Yeah, they did. I got it from FYE, I think for like
Yeah,
$10 back when they did like a big steelbook sale.
yeah.
But Info Movie says I work 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., but night off tonight. Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, thank you for joining. Got 32 people watching right now, guys. I would appreciate it if you hit that like button. I think that's the most people I've ever had in the chat before, Tony. So, you're a draw, man. You're a big time draw here on the channel. The Blu-ray King says, hey, man, sorry I'm late. Awesome that you can be here, man. Pratty says, one of the biggest achievements of my life is that I saw all 3 Lord of the Rings in one sitting, 12 hours straight, 10 years ago. So much energy back in the day. Are you guys a fan of them? So I haven't seen them in probably like 15 years. But yeah, they're great movies.
So I actually watched the Lord of the Rings trilogy one day during the Christmas break and the Hobbit trilogy the next day. So I watched all 6 of them within 2 days.
Watch the 4Ks?
Yeah, the 4K release that came out in the steelbooks. I've seen them all before, but they were just excellent.
Yeah, they're great movies. I want to get the 4K. I don't know about the Hobbits, but I do want to.
Yeah, the Lord of the Rings was much better than the Hobbits. But
did you watch with those first time watches?
No.
Okay.
I've seen them all in the theater.
Yeah, I saw all the Lord of the Rings at like the midnight showings back in the day when they used to do those. Back when, real fans went to the theaters, because we used to go at midnight. We didn't do the 7 p.m. screening bullshit they do now.
Yeah.
That was
you waited
fun.
in line. You waited in a long line to get into.
Yeah, you waited in line. There's just something a lot funner about that. I don't know. It's cool to do the set. I mean, being older now and like having to go to work and stuff, like I appreciate the 7 p.m. showings, but
and I typically go to the very first show of the day. That's usually when I go.
And then they'll have like the Wednesday screeners, and then like everybody's seeing the movie before you and all that shit. Alice Thomas says, Basement Blues, do you still have DVDs in your collection?
So yeah, the DVDs I have in my collection are Disney DVDs that are not available on Blu-ray, and I also have just regular movie DVDs that never got a Blu-ray release.
You still have your clamshells?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, got them clamshells. I got the only clamshells I got because my parents had all the Disney ones, so I don't know if they got rid of them or what, but I have all the Goosebump movies that they came out with. I don't know if you watched those back in the day, but that was after your time.
Oh yeah, that's my kids' time.
That was a Fox Kids in the morning.
Yeah, so you're probably about the same age as.
I'm 35.
Okay, I'm 52.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was past my time.
Past your time. Yeah, I was when I was growing up, it was Ninja Turtles, Batman the Animated Series, X-Men, Spider-Man, Goosebumps, Erie, Indiana. Let's see. The Blu-ray King said I picked up the 10-inch He-Man today at Walmart. Funko Pop, pretty cool pickup, and it was only $10. Have you watched Teen Titans movies? I watched, I don't know, kind of good, but I feel at the same time. Yeah, I've seen the Teen Titans movie. I thought it was pretty good. Andrew Fields says, what's up? The Skylander Kid says, you guys should do a movie collection. We should do a movie collection. You mean like videos? I've got videos on my channel, and Tony's got like a crap ton of collection videos on his channel.
But a lot of people are always requesting that I do a collection video.
The entire collection?
Yeah, and
you would die. Like you wouldn't. There would be no Tony after that.
It's depressing to even think about doing one.
Yeah, it's.
People like to see those.
Yeah, I'm doing mine probably in a couple of weeks. I'm gonna do my Blu-ray collection because I've already done my 4K, so I broke it up into parts, and I always do that because it's just.
And I've got several parts in on my channel of different collections. So
yeah, so I've got my Steelbook set, my 4K set, my Screen Factory set, and I've got them all broke up, and then I'm just gonna do my Blu-rays on a live stream because that'll be a lot easier than having to edit that. You don't look 52 at all, Tony. Spill that regime. I guess he's saying you got the fountain of youth, man.
Yeah,
got the fountain of youth. Yeah. When's the Tom Hanks video? He's asking about the Tom. I don't know. We'll do a Tom Hanks ranking at some point, though. I think I'll do some actors and stuff on my Sunday show. Tony, how much longer can you stay in here, man?
I'm good.
Because I got a couple of my own questions that I can ask you. Just kind of like my speed round questions, like I did with AJ last week. But my first one is, and these are different questions, but how long have you been collecting?
since 1985.
And
That's
you
when
started with Betamax?
I started with VHS. I actually worked
Okay.
at a video store, and that's back when you bought a VCR, it was $300, $400, and if you bought a VHS tape, it was like $32 to $40.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? How
Yeah,
it's like a lot of things go up in price, but it feels like media has either stayed the same or went down.
right. And
Uh,
I just bought, I got a hoarding issue already. So whenever the VHS tapes came out, I bought them and bought them and bought them, and a lot of them just never got opened up. Same thing with my Blu-rays. There's a lot of them still sealed up.
at least you're hoarding. It looks nice and organized, like you don't have a bunch of
Yeah,
stacks all over the floor or anything.
yeah. Nobody's come to do a documentary on my hoarding issue.
I never even watched that show back in the day. Did you watch that hoarding
Oh
show?
yeah, I liked it.
It was from the images I saw. It was pretty
Yes,
nuts.
people. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
You're like, I'm about 500 Blu-rays away from this.
Yeah,
How many Blu-rays in your collection? We've already answered that one.
yeah.
Top three action films. You have a top three action films? They don't have to be like your top three, but just like three you can think of off the top of your head that you love.
Die Hard, Lethal Weapon, and Rambo, First Blood.
Those are some good ones. Those are some good ones. Your favorite genre?
Horror.
Horror. Yep, that's my favorite too. That's the only one that I always return to. Like my tastes and everything else always shift around, but it's always horror that I always come back to. Do you prefer slipcovers or steelbooks? We have already answered that one. Favorite boutique Blu-ray company to collect for?
Oh, Criterion. I got a big Criterion
really cool
collection.
Are you a fan of the cases of Criterion?
Yeah.
Just like
I like the
the
uniformity
clear.
of them. I like the uniformity of all of them. The clear case, the
Yeah,
spine being perfect, the numbers
it's
going.
true.
Yeah, it's just
I love
perfect.
the numbers. I love how they put, like I said, like I'm a big release date guy. I love how they put the release
Mhm.
dates on them and stuff like that. What are the
Yeah.
numbers? Are the numbers like really when they came out? Like, is it like in order of like this was the first Criterion?
Yeah, it's their release. Yeah, it's definitely their release order.
So like I have
And
Vampire right here, which is a really cool set.
mhm,
And it says 437 on the side. Does that mean
mhm.
it was the 437th Criterion to ever release?
I do believe so. And the fact that if it had a DVD release previously, then that number still stays the same. So you may get a Blu-ray release for
Oh,
something that
okay,
had a
that's cool.
DVD release that was like number 3, and your thing would be number 3. I believe that's how it works.
I'm trying to find my so Videodrome's pretty old.
Hmm.
That's 248. So that one came out in 2010.
Right.
So I guess they were doing a lot of DVDs before that. I've seen a
Oh
couple
yeah, they
DVDs in a
were.
while. Like I have Bottle Rocket on DVD. I found at that
Yeah.
thrift store. So
And they do different releases. They'll have a slip cover. Sometimes they have slip covers. Sometimes they have um, a slip box. Sometimes they have a digi-type packaging.
I don't mind the case, but I wish they did more stuff like the Videodrome, because the Videodrome is the regular case,
Yeah.
but it also comes in a slip
Yeah.
cover. I just wish that they all had this option, at least that
Yeah.
new release, because you'll buy the new release and it doesn't have a slip cover or anything.
Right.
So I wish they all at least had a slip cover to put them in. But mine's probably Scream Factory, just because
Yeah.
I'm a bigger horror fan and they do some of the best artwork of any
Yeah.
of them.
And so if Scream Factory was a choice, I'm sorry I didn't even think about that being a boutique label, but I guess it is.
I would consider it
I've
that.
I've
Yeah.
got all the collector's editions with slips in my
He's like,
Scream
wait a
Factory
second, Scream
collection.
Factory's a pick. Then I'm yeah, Scream Factory. Arrow's
Okay.
really good too. I love Arrow
Yeah, I've got
as well.
yeah.
Would you consider those the top three? Criterion, Arrow, Scream Factory.
I would.
They have to be, as far as like special features and just overall packaging.
Right. Yeah.
Where do you see the state of physical media in 10 years?
I see it dwindling a lot, especially here lately. If you even walk into your Best Buy store, you can see that it has
They don't
been
care about
condensed. I think people are just really condensing things, but it could explode again too. So, 10 years from now, there's no telling.
I
But
think that
as
like
of right
companies
now, it's
like
definitely.
Criterion and Scream Factory and Arrow are like really going to keep it alive. And
Mhm.
like I think there's a potential for it to explode again when the inevitable streaming bubble bursts, because I
Yeah.
think that that's coming eventually too. People are going to wise up to the fact that they're paying $200 a month on like 50 different streaming services, and they're never guaranteed to have the movies they want on there for forever.
Yeah. Or they get taken down because of whatever reason. If you think about the Disney streaming, them taking down certain things or changing certain content for
Yeah.
political reasons. That's if you have physical media and you have all the original
Oh yeah,
stuff.
like the Gone with the Wind thing that happened last
Yeah.
year.
Right. Exactly.
Just silly
Yeah.
shit.
All
Yep.
the Looney Tune cartoons. If you have physical media,
You're
it's
not
in your
gonna get
collection.
Pepe Le Pew in your
Right.
Looney Tunes anymore.
Yep. And
Uh,
I've got Pepe Le Pew on my shelf back there. I've got all the Looney
bam.
Tune classic DVDs still.
Yep. They can't take your Pepe Le Pew away from you.
Yeah.
Best deal you've ever got on a piece of physical media.
Oh, I get all kinds of good deals. I don't know what my best deal was.
Is there one you can think
It's
of that was just like, damn, I got this at a good price? Like something that you were looking for a long time?
not really. To me, I think I've gotten pretty crappy deals. I've paid lots of money for certain. I'll pay $50 for a slipcover. So
Yeah.
I'm one of those that don't really. I know you like
You're the
going to
reason
your.
why I buy Scream Factories brand new sometimes so I can have those
Yeah,
slipcovers, because after
exactly.
2 months they're gone, and like you can't sell those slipcovers.
Yeah, but yeah, I can't think of a really good deal that I got.
What
I
is your
should.
favorite streaming service?
Um, Probably Netflix because I use it the most, and I have enjoyed the Disney Plus just because of the Marvel and the Star Wars.
Netflix is the one that's like it just feels like the
Oh
most
yeah,
reliable and safe. It's like every time it's like it's the OG streaming service. So it's like when I turn on my TV, the first one I go to is Netflix. But most of the
yeah,
time I'll say that's the one I scroll through the most and can't ever find anything that looks
yeah. There's so much
interesting to
stuff.
watch because there's so much.
Yeah,
Usually I can narrow it down a lot easier on the other ones because they have better quality stuff, I think.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I'm on right now. I'm watching Apple TV Plus the most. Like we just finished Ted Lasso tonight, which is a really good series. The Servant, The Morning Show, Defending Jacob. Have you seen any of those? Do you
No,
have
but
Apple TV?
I've heard you talking a lot about all those different shows on
Yeah, it's a
previous
good price too. It's
videos.
only $5 a month.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Yep.
I don't have it. So Paramount has their new streaming service coming out.
Yeah, I
Um,
haven't checked that out yet.
and then
It
HBO
doesn't have
Max,
anything that interests me.
I'm gonna have to get that for certain content also.
Yeah. You don't have HBO Max yet?
I do not.
Yeah, I mean,
The only thing we really pay for right now is just Netflix.
yeah, I mean, that makes sense because you literally have like just the
Yeah.
biggest library of movies behind you. So,
But there's so
uh,
much good content.
original stuff. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Yeah. The original stuff I really like.
You don't have Hulu?
Mm-mm.
Hulu, you have Amazon Prime though.
I got Amazon
Yeah,
Prime. Yeah.
because everybody has that because of the
Yeah.
shipping and stuff. But
Prime. Yeah.
Amazon Prime's got a lot of really good
Yeah.
original shows too.
Yeah.
I
I
mean, The
like.
Boys, Upload. Did you watch Upload on there? That was a really
uh,
good science fiction show.
No, I never heard of that.
That was good.
I watched.
The Utopia was a good show.
Yeah, I never saw that.
Yeah, it's got a lot of good.
Sneaky Pete. I think I saw Sneaky Pete.
Is that the one with
Yeah, it was.
Giovanni Ribisi?
Yeah, I enjoyed that one. And The Boys.
The last question I got for you is what motivates you to collect? What makes you want to be the collector that you are today?
Well, I've thought about this in the past. What would I do if I didn't collect these movies and stuff? I have no idea what in the world my life would be like.
Yeah.
This is pretty much my life. I work, come home, collect the movies. My kids are grown. My wife, she's grown.
Yeah.
She has her things that she likes to do. Yeah, so I just enjoy collecting. I
Does
can't
she let
imagine
you have
not.
the entire basement? You have the entire
Yeah,
basement? It's all yours?
yeah, it's all
She doesn't
mine.
want any part of it for herself?
No, she'll watch movies and stuff with me, but
Yeah,
she could care less about any of this stuff.
yeah.
I'm very thankful that she lets me do all that I do because I can't imagine anybody being happy with her husband being able to go out and spend this kind of money every week because it's a
Yeah, that's what
lot
I
of
was gonna say. I
money.
don't wanna get, like, too personal or anything, but
Yeah.
she ever give you any grief about how much you spending or
Nope.
anything?
She,
Like,
we both
ever? Like, even back, like, 30 years ago?
oh, with the Funko Pops with the Funko Pops, she would really get upset about the
Yeah.
Funko
Like,
Pops.
"Damn it, Tony, again with the
And the thing
Funko
about it
Pops?"
is if she wants, she buys what she wants, I buy what I want.
Yeah,
I'm not we're not going hungry. My kids went to college, we everybody's grown, everybody's working.
I get it, man.
Yeah,
You collect what you love. I mean,
yeah.
that's what you do, man. Alright, so we'll go back to the chat real quick, and then we'll try to wrap it up for the night. Let's see see if anybody's been saying anything else. Gotta find myself again. Blu-ray King says, "Do you like Modern Family?" I haven't seen an episode,
I watched every episode.
but I do
There's
know it's on Hulu now, I think, so I might check it out at some point. Let's see. I think I was further up. Blu-ray King, I'm actually watching Modern Family right now. The Blu-ray King for Tony, does he have any Funko Pops and does he own Parasite? What's his thoughts? I'm pretty sure you own Parasite, don't you?
Oh yeah,
Probably like 5 copies of it because they did a 4K,
mm,
a Blu-ray, Criterion.
yep,
Is
I
there
think
any
I
other
got
ones?
4
Steelbooks?
of them. I think I got 2 steel books, the Criterion, the 4K, and the Blu-ray.
Yeah,
I
I was
loved it.
kind of sore about
I
that.
saw it in the theater. I really enjoyed it. I had no idea I was gonna be watching a movie with subtitles when I went in to watch it,
Oh, really? No, that's
and
interesting.
I'm not a big fan of subtitled movies, but that one, I enjoyed every bit of it.
Oh, it hooks you right away. Like, it doesn't take
Mm,
very long.
no, it
Um,
doesn't.
yeah, I'm with you there. I'm not I mean, I watch subtitles anyway, but, like, it's sometimes it is harder to engage with, like, the foreign language movies.
Right.
But yeah, that one, like, instantly. I love Roma too. That was another one I thought was really good. Info Movies, same. I own season 2, episode 9. Andrew Field says, I just watched Roadhouse before coming on live chat. What did you think of it? I still haven't seen Roadhouse.
Oh, I saw it in the theater. I still remember the day and I remember that's the thing about going to the movie theater is I
Memories.
remember everything that happened that day when I went to
Yep.
see Roadhouse, who was with me and what we ate and all that kind of stuff. And that's been years ago, but I loved Roadhouse.
Yeah, I need to watch it. Doesn't he like punch people in the throat the whole movie or something?
It's good. It's
They did.
good.
I mean, there's a Shout Factory. I see it at Walmart sometimes. I should pick it up. The Skylander Kid said, "Have you guys watched the last blockbuster documentary?" No, I have not seen that
No,
one.
I want to see it though.
I know it had a Blu-ray release a couple of weeks ago. Season 8, episode 15, The Blu-ray King. Dang, Info Movies. I started yesterday. I would never buy a new release without a slip. How do you feel about that? Do you ever buy a new
So,
release with no slips?
only if they don't come with a slip. So recently, there's been a trend where some new Blu-ray releases don't even have a slipcover. But I actually buy,
I think that stopped though.
yeah. I mean, I bought some movies today that I would have never even have bought this if it wasn't for that
I
slipcover.
thought about it.
I saw you
I,
contemplating, and
yeah, I
then,
thought about it.
I mean, look at that slip.
It's a nice slip.
I had
That
no idea what the movie's
Darkly
about.
Scanner Darkly, what was it called? Came out
Yeah.
a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Was that a good movie?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
You haven't watched it? I
No,
thought you watched it. I thought you held it
but
up
that
like that.
slip.
That's a good slip. I see it at
Yeah.
Target. Like Target never has anything. They got like 185 copies of Wonder Darkly on Blu-ray.
Mm,
But yeah, some of the magnet releases don't ever have slip covers.
yeah. But they're pretty good
Um,
movies if you ever sit down and watch those.
I did. I always think about checking out that Alone movie because I heard some good things about
Yeah, I
that.
haven't seen that one. But the ones that I have seen have always been pretty good movies.
Those are the movies that'll end up at Dollar Tree in 6 months, usually.
Yeah, so we don't have very many Dollar Trees near me. I see you going into Dollar Tree all the time, and
Yeah.
finding all these things. I can never do that.
Yeah, I've got like 55 of them within like a
Yeah.
20-mile radius. It's nuts how those things pop up. Let's see. I'm currently rewatching Man of Steel, getting ready for Justice League. Yeah, I watched Batman v Superman. I'm going to be doing a review tomorrow. I'm trying to muster up some excitement for it. So I think if I watch Man of Steel 2, I'll be ready for it. But I don't really want to rewatch the old Justice League, even though I probably should. I can't wait for the next season of Cobra Kai. You watch Cobra Kai?
Oh yes. Excellent.
I was started to watch it with my son. We watched 5 episodes of it, and I could tell like he's not too into it, so we kind of stopped watching it. So I need to pick it back up.
So with that, I watched all 4 Karate Kid movies, and then I watched Cobra Kai all the way through to season 3. And then my wife just recently did that a couple of weeks ago. She'll let me watch the shows first, and then she'll repeat what I just watched. So she did that with The Mandalorian. She's done that with Cobra Kai.
So should you screen them for her, and then you'd be like, "This is worth watching. I think you'll like this."
I make her watch them. I say, "You got to sit down and watch this. It's excellent."
You gotta watch this. Yeah, I love. Man, it's such a good it's a good continuation of that story. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I just love the way that they make Johnny like almost the hero of the story in the beginning, and like Daniel-san's he's not really the bad guy, but he's like kind of a dick and a little arrogant. And I just think it's a cool like twist on it. Raul Lopez says we need a Dark City in 4K. That's one I still need to see. I hear a lot of people talk about that one. 13th Floor in 4K. Phil's Creepy Video said Alone is great. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say good things about it. Alone was my second favorite film of 2020. That's high praise right there. Do you guys like Becky? I love Becky. That was one of my top 10 movies of 2020.
Yep.
Random Acts of Violence is great. I thought that was really good. Did you watch that one yet?
I don't think so.
It's it came out a couple of weeks ago. It's got a cool slipcover.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it was a good movie. I dug that one. The Dark and the Wicked is fantastic. That's another one I need to watch.
I saw that one. I have not seen Alone yet. I've got to see that one.
Yeah, I've heard good things. You probably have it, don't you?
Oh, I have it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I think it came out earlier this year or late last year.
Yeah, and I watched The Dark and the Wicked last week. It's, if you haven't seen it, it's pretty.
Is it one of those movies that they build up? Now they built it up to be like Hereditary. Now is it really like Hereditary?
No.
Is it as good, or is it like a definite dip in quality?
It's good. It's good.
Is it good for what it is?
I want you to watch it and tell me what you think. I want you to watch it and tell me what you think about the last 1 minute of the film.
I was so disappointed in like all these big horror movies that everybody kept raving about in all of 2020, like the freaking Lodge and freaking Relic and like all these movies that the Wretched, like they all sucked to me. I didn't like any of them.
Yeah.
The Lodge really disappointed me. But yeah, I think we're all looking for the next Hereditary, and I'm hoping that The Dark and Wicked delivers. The Skylander Kid said, "Do you guys know there's going to be another Matrix movie?" Yeah, it's supposed to be on HBO Max this year.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be on HBO Max this year. But Tony, man, I appreciate you being here. I think we're going to go ahead and end the stream here tonight. We've gone almost 2 hours. Got a hell of a turnout here tonight. 29 people in here watching right now. I appreciate everybody coming out to watch. If you guys are watching on the replay, be sure to like this video. Comment down below if you got any thoughts on anything that we talked about here tonight. We want to hear about it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Subscribe to Tony's channel. All of his links are down below. His Facebook, his Letterbox, his YouTube, his Instagram, all of that information down below. Tony, do you have anything you want to plug? Anything you want to say to the good people before we get out of here?
No, it was real fun. I appreciate you letting me be on.
Awesome. Sorry I left you alone there. It's always scary when you get left alone, isn't it?
What?
What's going on? I'm the whole screen now. Yeah, but yeah, appreciate everybody being here. We have 4K Corner. You got Phil's Creepy Video, the Skylander Kid, M for Movies, Andrew Fio, Pratty, Nitram, Jerva was here tonight. I recently got TCM 1 and 2, the Midnight Classics box set from Amazon Italy. That's awesome. That's an awesome set. Sounds like. But yeah, appreciate everybody being here, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. Watch my Blu-ray hunting video that I did today. I'm going to be doing a Batman v Superman 4K review tomorrow. Got some other stuff coming to the channel this week, like the rad review, and then there's going to be a Dollar Tree hunt on Saturday, and then I'll be back for Ken's movie experience next Sunday. Probably be talking Justice League and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So yeah, but yeah, guys, appreciate everybody watching. Tony, appreciate you being here tonight, man.
Thank you.
It was awesome getting to meet you the first time. Like I said before we started, I've been watching your channel for the longest time, so really cool meeting you. But all right, guys, we're gone.